Hattie's very toxic. Everywhere Hattie goes, she stirs up a lot of mess. You know, people have to learn to love Hattie from a distance because you want to be close to her, you want to have that relationship, but then as soon as she comes around, she creates so much problems and drama, and half the stuff she says isn't even true. She'll add so much to it. She just keeps so much stuff up.
So you told my producers that she was recently also contacting men and friends from your past. What was going on there?
In my past, my ex of mine that I used to have, I guess whenever they speak, he must tell her how much he still likes me and things of that nature. And one day she wanted to go somewhere, and I was like, well, the way we budget, you know, I was like, that's not in the budget. And so she was like, well, I know who will give it to you. And I said, no, you better not call that man. So she takes the phone, and she calls him anyway, and she proceeds to tell this man that I need money. And I'm sitting there in the background screaming through the phone, I don't need no money. So then he was like, well, I'm going to send it and this and that. And she winked her eye at me. So I just, at this point, if you want to send the money, whatever, I wink my eye back. I don't have no control over it. You know, if you're going to, you know, so he sent it. Then when the money came, I took her and she wanted to get a certain amount of stuff. And then she wanted to exceed half of the amount, which makes absolutely no sense to me. And then I was like, why wouldn't I get my head like, what you trying to?
Yeah, you just used my name to get money from a man. I told you I didn't want to. And now that you got the money, you don't even want to give me my piece?
Yeah, so I just said, you know what, forget it. I'm going to charge you to the game. You got what you got. I sent him his money back, but the reason also...
Oh, you sent the money back?
Yeah, she told me she was going to tell my man that I was getting money from other guys.
So you were like, no, let me send this back.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. So she was basically trying to blackmail you in a sense.
Yeah, she does that often.
She's tried to blackmail you before?
Me and others, a lot. That's her MO.
Okay. So you say that Hattie does digital panhandling. What does that mean?
She calls people and tells them that she needs money for this, that, and the third. And granted, there is times where she really has needed it. So I don't want to take away from that because there is times that she really did. But then there's instances where people have to just use discernment and not be used because she'll sit around and she'll call and call and call, and then when she gets the amount she wants, she's like, I'm a hustler. You know, and I'm like, you know, one time she told people that I had no food in my house. My refrigerator is full from the top to the bottom, and I came around the corner and I was like, don't let her lie to you. I do have food. And then you know, and she started laughing and she's like, shh, shh.
Because she's also telling people to send it to you.
Send it for us.
For us, yeah, for you.
Just a little bit of time that she's there visiting. You just came to visit for these little 2 weeks, and you doing all this, and you just keep too much up, and that's why don't nobody ever want you around. I received a letter in the mail the other day, and it was from a place saying I was opening up an account, and it said Alicia, and then it said H-A-T-T, and then it had my last name and both our maiden last names. So my thing is, were you trying to be a part of me opening a card and you being the person can use it, or what were you trying? And then she said, I don't know, I didn't do that. But it wasn't her full name, so she could, but the fact that her name would come in the middle of your name, that could be suspicious, I understand.
Yeah. You want us to unlock Hattie's phone, why?
Just to see you know, granted I know, and I feel like I know what I know, but I want to show her that I know you're not playing me for a fool. So we all know, you know.
You want to make her aware that
I know what you're capable of.
Got it. So Hattie turned over her phone to my Unlock the Phone investigator, and Alicia wants to know if Hattie has requested or received any money from 2 exes, if Hattie has set up any fake mobile payment apps in Alicia's name, and if Hattie has requested or received any money from specific friends or her enemies. What happens if you find out that Hattie has also got money from these people on your list?
It's unfortunate because I really love my sister. Like, if anybody, I don't understand, like, if anybody messes with my sister, I'm the one right there. I don't want nobody, as much as I can sit here and be mad at her, you know, I don't want nothing bad to happen to my sister. You know, I love my sister. So, but I guess I'm just gonna have to put my boundaries up because there's been times where I've said, you know, I love you, but I'm gonna have to love you from a distance, and we're not gonna be able to talk as much as we used to and things like that. And I put my boundaries up for months at a time, and she'll call my kids and my partner and things of that nature and say, please, you know, tell my baby sister I love her, and then finally I'll come back around to it.
Well, we've heard from Alicia. Now it's time to hear what Hattie has to say. So everyone, please welcome Alicia's sister, Hattie, to the show. Hello, Hattie.
Hello, Karamo.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So, Hattie, what do you have to say about what Alicia has just said?
I think she on some,
Okay.
to be honest. I'm the bigger sister, you're the younger sister. You have always treated me like the younger sister. You disrespect me constantly. I try to go out of my way to give you whatever you want, but that doesn't give you the right to disrespect me all the time or make lies about me.
So,
Like,
can I ask you if this is a lie? She said that you talked to guys from her past. Is that true?
no, I haven't.
You've never talked to any guys from her past?
No.
So
And I've
when she
never
said-
used you.
So when she said you hit up the guy from her past about money, that was not true?
Well, okay, the guy from her past, I actually had friendship with him 20 years ago before her.
Okay.
Always called me his sister, always. But he's always been heads over heels for her. And she didn't like him.
Got it. So you're saying there was a mutual, it wasn't just from her past. You're saying I knew him as well.
Right.
Okay. Alicia also said that you use her name to get people to send you money. Do you do that?
Okay, I'm gonna admit I did try to see if her credit worked with Amazon.
Oh, got it.
I did try to do that.
So is that what the letter she's talking about?
Yes.
Okay,
but
is this the first time you're hearing this? That she's admitting?
Yeah.
This is the first time you're hearing this?
I'm not gonna lie about that. I did try to do that.
And
Wow.
I've never used you, Hattie, ever. We
But-
have done
So
for each other like
ask
sisters.
you, how does that feel?
goes
Because
back and forth, and I don't
she's
count.
just admitted. You
do.
said that you got this letter and you've been confused this entire time with had both of your names. She's admitting she actually did try to see if she could get credit through Amazon for this. How does that make you feel?
It makes me worried. Like maybe I should go to the Social Security office and change my number, and go ahead and just set up some stronger boundaries.
I just put your name. I didn't put your soul. So I just put your name.
Got it. So Hattie, Alicia
It's
says
still a lie.
you tried to blackmail her. Is that true?
No, I did not try to blackmail
You like,
her.
I'ma tell Dear,
Okay,
I'ma
what
do
happened
this,
was I sent her a message like sky-ass long of how I felt like she was unappreciative because I took her out to eat. Yes, she took me out to eat, but I took her out to eat. I tried to spend sister time with her. I tried to clean her house like she wants.
But when you
I tried
take me out to
babysit
eat,
her
let's get
kids
this
like
clear.
she
I
wants.
do that same
All
thing
these
for
things
you.
that-
When you run out of your money,
No,
that's when you start
no,
flipping out
no.
like, I need this, and that's when you get mad. And it's
You're
not just
the
with me,
same.
it's with everybody.
I show you more love.
Hattie, that's not
yes,
true.
Yes, I do.
I've got big amounts of money, and I give it to you too. And when you ask to borrow money, I give it to you. If you just need it, and I got it, I do give it to you.
Alicia,
Is
she also
right?
says that you are a digital panhandler. Is that like that you hit up many people?
I am not a panhandle. Okay, I did go through cancer, so I'm trying to take care of me and my husband and have to deal with cancer at the same time. So yes, I did reach out and ask my family.
And
for
sometimes
help.
she really does need it. Sometimes she really does, and I'm not taking that from her.
I did need it, but they started talking bad about me, so I stopped asking them, period.
Got it.
Why ask any? Oprah
But so
said don't ask anybody
you're saying
for
your
money.
asks are only for family members. It's never extended out to friends and other people.
It is. It's
or
extended to
strangers.
everybody. But in between,
Do you feel
asking,
do you feel like you extended out to other people?
I did ask my best friend for money. Other than that, it was just really
you put a
my.
post on Facebook. Well, not this in particular
Okay.
time.
My question this, though, is because, Mariana, you said that you feel like you're caught in the middle. Why do you feel like you're caught in the middle of this? And is there anything you want to say here?
I feel like I'm caught in the middle because that's still my aunt
Yeah.
and she's my mom.
Yeah.
But I don't want them arguing.
What do you think the main point of arguing is? Is it about this money? Is it about these things?
I think it's the way that they talk to each other.
And what do you think
And-
that way they talk about each other, what do you think that's stemming?
My aunt, she has the tendency to get loud, but my mom, it could seem like she could be talking at my aunt and not talking to her. And then that's when they both start exploding.
Got it. Good perspective. Your daughter's a very smart woman. Very smart woman. And I think it's time to unlock the phone. Hattie, we unlocked your phone. Okay, so here we go. Alicia, you want to know if Hattie has requested or received any money from two exes. Hattie says she is not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched her phone and found that she is telling the truth. Alicia, you want to know if Hattie has set up any fake mobile payment apps in Alicia's name. Hattie says she has not. My Unlock the Phone investigator searched Hattie's apps and found that she doesn't have fake apps, but our phone investigator discovered that Hattie has 15 active mobile payment apps and accounts that she's using to request and receive money. That's a little bit excessive. Most people usually have one or two.
Oh, that's because my brother has me on his plan, and it's on his.
Well, no, these are mobile payment apps that you can receive money from. So sort of like Cash App, Zelle, the things. You have 15 of them on your phone that are active.
I don't know what that's about then.
We couldn't find any that were in your name, though. So to be clear, none were in your name, but the amount, yeah, were 15. Okay, Alicia, you want to know if Hattie has requested or received any money from specific friends, family, or enemies. Hattie says she has not. My unlocked phone investigator searched her texts and found that she is not telling the truth. Our investigator found 94 text messages of Hattie asking for money, and some are asking to be sent to Alicia's Cash apps. Did you know that? So these are one, hey, it's Auntie Hattie, can you send that $20 on the Alicia for me? Did you know that? She's saying to send it to you.
my
Yeah,
husband.
she'll ask people to send me money so she can get it right away.
Got it, so she'll send them to you.
Not
okay.
people, my husband.
Okay, it's your husband.
Her husband.
So why do we send it, if you have the large amount of, thank you so much, Ralph. If you have the large amount of receiving apps, then where
I
you
don't
can
know
receive.
why I have that many apps on my phone. I just know that when my brother upgraded my phone.
Then maybe. But why,
that-
but why do you still ask for the money to be sent to her?
Because I can't use Cash App. I have.
Why can't you?
I don't know. They said I could transfer money and stuff like that, but I can't use it.
Okay. I understand. I will say this, because I'm looking at these. These are a lot of the messages that you asked to request for money. I will tell you this. What I do think this. I think that you two have had. I'm going to let you look at these messages, but fine. I think the majority of them you can see. I think Alicia, from what I've seen, that I do think that you two have had a childhood where there had been a need to support each other, but there's also been a lack of communication, like you said. But I also do think, Alicia, you make excuses for your sister's behavior. I think that in your moments of need, I do think, looking at some of these messages and seeing the amount of things, that there is an over-excessiveness of how much you ask for help. And I could understand why that could cause some people to be turned off. And I'm not saying that you're not in a moment of need, because I don't believe that you should ever kick somebody when they're down. But I also believe that when you have that much behavior of asking, it does cause people to sort of question, why are you asking? And I can also see why she would say that you're a digital panhandler, because there's a lot of requesting. And I think you know that. I think that there's this moment where you all need to take a moment and stop and sort of like take a moment where you separate these finances, separate what you're giving to each other.
Yeah.
I think that's the boundary
But
that I
it
would
goes
suggest
both
to you all.
ways.
I know, I'm
She
saying for
counts
both of
stuff.
y'all. I think for both of y'all, I think a year of saying, I'm not going to really give to you and do for you right now, and I'm not going to do for you, and we're going to build on our foundation of sisterhood, I think would be most important. Because what I don't want to do, Hattie, and I want to be clear with everyone, I don't want to paint you as a bad person. I think that if you've been in a bad situation and you've needed, you deserve to ask. But I'm glad that you're aware that they can be excessive. But I do think this tit for tat and how you all say, I did for you, I bought for you, you bought for me, is causing an unhealthy expectation, and it is killing your relationship. Can you commit to say, I'm not going to ask you for nothing, and you don't ask me for nothing?
I can commit to that.
Yeah, I can commit to that.
Okay? And next time you see one of them say, hey, can you give me this? You be the one to say, don't do it. Remember what Karamo said? Don't do it. Don't do it, okay? Y'all are beautiful sisters. And I know there's genuine love here. I promise y'all, if y'all stick to this, it will really pay off in the end, okay?
Okay.
All right, perfect.